Michael Bland. Out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever God may be for my incomparable soul. Palm Branch, I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud. You may ask why. With the exception of one, the birth of my twin daughters and graduation from college, this has been the most exceptional moment in my life. I started this campaign, I started this journey 6 months ago. As an independent candidate, you're wondering, what can you do for the city? You know, we can't step back, and I won't criticize the past, what happened in the past, because you can't change the past or the present. You can only worry about the future. For jointly as a city, it's time for us to come together. We can't worry about what this team is doing, what that team is doing, and what this individual is doing, what that individual team is doing. We need to come together as a city. I think I'm that guy that will always get us together. And let me be honest with you, I can't do it by myself. It takes everybody in this room. It takes everybody who's a citizen of Long Branch, New Jersey, to step up and say, it's time for a change, it's time to go to work. I can't do it by myself. I need help from the community. See, over the time campaigning, I've learned that change isn't a thing that just happens. It takes time. You can't expect the next administration to do it in 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, even 1 term. Everything takes time. But I want to help push that time. I want to help put the unity back in the community. Okay, they talk about downtown Broadway. Well, you know what? If we can't wait on our council, it's time for us to do it. Maybe we need to go to work. Maybe we need to take a sledgehammer and go to work. Please vote May 11th. Michael Bland, I think when we talk about redevelopment in the city, we have to, once again, as I said, go back. We have to find a plan that works. We have to talk about going back to the basics. We have to approach the plan as, okay, what can we do to first spark our community? We cannot go... When we talk about going back and finding a plan for redevelopment, I think the easiest way to do that is to find a way to get back into our community. We can't talk about a pier, we can't talk about bringing back Broadway until we find what is fiscally possible for us as a city to be able to do. Okay, the second part, when we talk about redevelopment, I can't fathom or even envision a pier to be built when we don't have anything down there for family entertainment. Okay, if I can go down there, I can't go down there right now with my 2 young daughters and have anything to do. Anybody who's in this room could probably sit there and agree. Okay, going back, we need to find a way to build money, get money back in the Long Branch, which will cost us, which looking forward, we have to bring businesses in the Long Branch. How do we do that? It's going to take 5 years and a strong mayor to make a simple solution to get it done. Thank you. I guess I must have to also agree with Mr. Riley.
All right.
But I think when we go back and we look, I guess we say a pier or something for redevelopment, like I said, and I'll reiterate this 1,000 times. We have to find a way to put our community first and not tourists. Okay, I can't go down to the pier right now and find 100 people that live in Long Branch. We have to fundamentally find something that complements the people in Long Branch and not tourists. And that's something that the mayor said he wanted to do, was find a city that complements the city, not as tourists. Thank you. That is a great question. But is there a simple answer? No.
No.
I think you got to do 1 or 2 things. You have to check with your local government. You got to check with your state government. This is an issue that we cannot solve ourselves, just like any other issue that we may not be presented. So that's the first step. Second step, we can't get the help from our state government. Then we have to go to the federal level and press the issue on the federal level and see what kind of help we can get. Honestly, there is no written solution. There's no solution I don't think any 21 candidates can solve by themselves. So we got to reach out to the federal or the state, on the state level, find an issue. How do we solve it? Thank you. But one time, I just have to disagree. We can't blame illegal immigrants for the misuse of welfare, the misuse of Social Security, any federal or social program. This is an issue that is carried on by all citizens. All citizens have abused any type of social welfare that the federal government has provided for us. So I don't think it's an issue.
It's all about entitlement. They're not entitled. They're illegal immigrants. They shouldn't be here.
Then we shouldn't give it to him.
Sir, he has 30 seconds. Please let him finish your statement, then you can speak off 30 seconds.
I'll let him speak. But you just can't. I don't think you can just throw that on the illegal immigrants. You have to, and if you, we'll do our homework. I know the answer. But if you want to look at the use of welfare, it isn't by illegal immigrants. The misuse of welfare is not the use by illegal immigrants.
Thank you.
Michael Bland, once again, as everybody's already stated, I would like to thank the link. I'd also like to thank the NAACP, President Lorenzo Dangler. I also just want to acknowledge candidate that's up here, I think they deserve a round of applause that have the wit and know how to just come out and be aggressive and run for city council. I think they all deserve a round of applause. Just to close my closing remarks, like I said, we can't sit back and blame the current administration for everything. We have to take part back in our community. And, you know, as my old coach used to say in college, you point a finger, you have three pointed back at you. So we have to take accountability in ourselves, and we have to take accountability in our own community. To talk about the gang problem, I'll touch on this briefly. You know, when I grew up and I played Pop 1, 10 of my coaches were cops. I don't know the percentage that there are now, but it was a sense that I couldn't act up because I would have to go see Coach McGlennon if I got involved in a gang or I got in a school issue. Now, I didn't want to do that. I didn't feel like running, you know, Indian laps for 60 minutes. You know, I couldn't do that. So I think that that's a situation that can be resolved. And, you know, look at every candidate, okay? Just see what they can do for you. See if they have your best interest at hand. And thank you very much for coming out, Joyce.